All right, good afternoon. Good to see all of you. As we just get people coming on here, I just want to remind everyone that the workout is to be done at your own risk, just meaning that myself or Aspen Primary Care Network is not liable if there was any injury or any complications that occur. Now that being said, this workout is going to be a half-hour workout geared more towards older adults. But anybody can still join. We're going to use weights, so use some weights that challenge you, but that is not too difficult that you feel you can't do it. We're going to work on some flexibility, some strength, some balance, and a little bit of cardio, some exercises that's going to increase that heart rate as well. Okay, so thank you for joining, and to start, we're going to start with some mobility and just get warmed up. Now be mindful that I want you to know you can do all of these exercises from either a seated or a standing position. So some of them I'll be standing, some I'll be seated, but do what's comfortable for you and what you feel is safe to do so as well. Okay, so we'll start with leg swings front to back. If you need to hold on to the chair for balance, that's just fine. Okay, other side. Again, you can be seated with these as well. Cross the body now. Hold on to the chair if you need to. And to the other side. And 10, good. Next, arm swings. Alternate which arm's on top. Good, now we're going to go front to back. Okay, out to the side, start with small circles and slowly get bigger. Good, let's change direction. Start small and slowly get bigger. Good, core rotation side to side. Okay, we're going to start with balance here. So we're one foot in front of the other. Again, if you want to be seated and just do what you can. If you want to stand, but you need to hold on to the chair a little bit or the wall, that's okay too. Okay, let's switch to the other foot in front. Again, think about engaging your core and your glutes. That's going to help with balance. Focus on one spot. In dancing, they call that spotting. That'll also help. Something on the wall. Okay, now we're going to go one foot in the air. Again, for safety, hold on to the chair if you need to, or just have it close. And to the other side. Good. Good. Now we're going to switch to the other side again, and you're going to bring the other foot front to back. And to the other side. Okay, we're going to go side to side now, knee high. If you want to hold your weights while you're doing this, you can. Again, if you're seated, you can still do these knees knee high. Okay, calf raise now. Hold on the chair if you need to for balance. Coming up onto the tippy toes and back down. Again, if you want more resistance, you can hold your weights as you're doing this. Okay, let's go back to side, knee high. Good, and back to our calf raise. Okay, good. Now if you can sit or stand again. You're going to try and reach down to the toes and stand all the way back up each time. If you can't reach the toes, just go as low as you can. And you want to be trying to keep that upper back as straight as up and down as you can. It's really bending from those knees. Okay, good. I'm going to grab the weights now, so whatever you have, soup cans, dumbbells, whatever you found around the house. Again, you can stand if you'd like, but I'm going to do the next few seated. We're going to start with a bicep curl, so bringing the dumbbells all the way up and down. And try not to get that swinging motion. You want to come straight down and straight up. And that's going to isolate, so we're just focusing on those biceps right now. And do your best to be seated or standing nice and straight. No lower back arch or leaning too far forward. If you're seated, you should just be right against the back of your chair. Okay, next we're going to go into our shoulder press. All the way up and down. You can even touch those weights together at the top. And again, go at your own pace. If you can't do all the reps that I'm doing, that's okay. Just rest and wait till I move on to the next exercise. If there's any pain during any of these exercises, just stop immediately as well. Okay, now you're going to try and keep those elbows high and drop the weights to your back and press straight up. Now we're targeting the triceps. Okay, we're going to box now, coming straight out in front. Good. Next, we're going to do a seated row or standing. So you're going to bend over, bring the weights up, and squeeze those shoulder blades together as you bring the weights up to the chest. Pretend you're squeezing a pencil in between those shoulder blades. Okay, good. So each of those ones we did for the upper body, we're going to do one more set now. I'm just going to stand for this set, but again, if you want to sit, you can as well. Okay, so starting with the biceps. Okay, let's switch to our shoulder press. Try and touch the weights together over top. Good. Triceps now. So again, bring the weights down to the back. Keep those elbows high and press up. Okay, good. Next, we're going to do boxing, so out in front. And our rows now. So bent over here, whether you're seated or standing, come up and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Okay, good. So you can put the weights down. We're gonna go into the core next. And I want you seated more towards the end of the chair. Now hopefully you're not on a chair with wheels or anything. If you are, you want to put that chair against the wall so that chair doesn't fall out from you. Now you're going to cross the arms. You're going to go all the way up, or sorry, all the way back, touch that back of the seat and come all the way up. And do your best to keep the feet on the floor. And again, engage your core as you're doing this and have controlled breathing. And you're just going to come up till you're seated nice straight up and down here. Okay, now we're going to go side to side, reaching for the floor. You're going to get a nice stretch in the obliques. Now again, if you can't quite touch the floor, that's okay. Just go as far as you can. Okay, now we're going to bring those feet out in front of us, sitting on the edge of the chair if you can, and just front to back leg swings. Okay, across the body now, alternating which leg comes on top. Now we're going to do our best to bring the knees up. This is tough on the core, so if you need to, you can just bring one leg up at a time. Okay, and if not, you're going to try and bring both. You can hold on to the chair, that'll make it a little easier. Okay, so now we're going back to our sit-ups. We're going to do each one of the core one more time. Okay, side to side again, reaching to the floor. Okay, now bring those feet up in front of you, leg swings front to back. across the body now, alternate which leg comes over top. Okay, now one or both knees at a time, coming up to the chest. If you need a little bit of support, hold that chair, or just go one leg at a time. Good. Okay, now we're just going to do our sit to stand. Hold on to something if you need to for safety. This is one of the most functional exercises you can do as we age, whether we're going to the bathroom or to sit at the table or the couch. This is a movement that you'll always need. Really important to keep those legs, the quad strength. Okay, now we're going to get into our flexibility and a bit of range of motion, so the mobility. So we're going to start with the neck, look over the shoulder, and you can sit or stand for these, and look as far back as you can, just till you feel a nice stretch in the neck. Good, other side. Okay, ear to the shoulder now. And to the other side. Chin to the chest. Good, now we're going to go into our shoulder circles. And change direction. Good. Next, once you bring your arms up, stretch out. That's going to open up the chest. And bring those arms behind as far as you can. Good. Link those fingers together and come above. And we're going to lean to one side. And to the other. And down to the floor, keeping those legs straight. Good, let's just get that wrist mobility. And change direction. Good, we can have a seat now. We're gonna bring both legs up as high as you can and then pull those toes towards you. You should feel this in the back of the leg, mostly in the hamstrings. And now we're gonna go into ankle circles. And change direction. Great, good work. Thank you for following along. We did do a couple exercises in there that were focused to increase that heart rate as well. But again, be mindful and do your best if you're able to get up and spend, even if it's 10 minutes, whatever you feel you can do, just walking, whether it's just doing laps around your house or with this beautiful weather we're having. If you are around Athabasca, get outside. It's good for the mental health as well. But yeah, we just did a workout that's targeted more for older adults, but any age can do that. Just change the weights up if you want more of a challenge or the amount of reps. We focused on flexibility, balance, cardio, and strength. So thank you. Share that with anybody that you think can find that useful, and we will see you soon. Bye.